Alright everyone, Tuesday we have reached, I think, yes. Post-split fixtures came out earlier today. Celtic know their final 5 Premiership matches of the season, and we're going to chat about that and a few other things on today's video. In fact, we're just going to start with the post-split fixtures. I may have mentioned yesterday that this Celtic team are now just 3 points away from being crowned Premiership champions once again. So on the kind of verge of these fixtures coming out, I think the hope was it would get a fixture at Celtic Park up first. We'd have a chance to win the title in front of 60,000 of our own fans live on television and kind of make a big deal about the whole thing. Haven't actually won the league in front of our own fans at Celtic Park since 2018, I think, when we of course beat Rangers 5-0 that glorious day. So we're certainly hoping for that. Sadly, the SPFL didn't see it that way. They have instead sent us to a ground where I think we get 14 tickets. Tynecastle. That is, however, 14 more than we get for the following game, which is Rangers at Ibrox. By then, we'll surely be champions, certainly by the following week when we host St Mirren, in a kind of strange Saturday 3 p.m. game, which feels a little out of place at that late stage of the season. Then we have Hibs at Easter Road in midweek and Aberdeen at home for good old trophy day on Saturday the 27th of May. I can't help but notice the symmetry in that. We started the league season at Celtic Park against Aberdeen. A card display, full stadium tifo prior to the match, amazing scenes. And it seems very much like we're going to have the exact same, probably with similar kind of sunny weather right at the end of the season. It certainly will be Aberdeen back at Celtic Park to finish the season. Third time they've visited our ground in the league this campaign. But I quite like the whole symmetry in that. Probably the only one here, including all of you, that likes that kind of thing. But it's just kind of nice. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's been too many people massively happy with the fixtures, and I probably extend that to fans of other teams as well. Obviously, we're focused on Celtic here, and yeah, I mean, it does just feel a wee bit disappointing the fact that we're probably going to win it at Tynecastle, where we get, like, all joking aside, virtually no tickets. I think it's less than 1,000 we get at Tynecastle. Certainly, we'll have none at Ibrox if it goes to that. And yeah, maybe I'm getting old, everyone. Maybe I'm getting grumpy. Maybe you're looking at Hearts away and thinking, oh, what a chance to rub it into them. That's kind of the second best place we could win it. I just think if it had been at Celtic Park, it would have been amazing. And even if it had been somewhere like Easter Road where we get a full away stand, it would just have felt a wee bit more special. But listen, we're going to celebrate massively if we do get the victory we need at Tynecastle. And of course, if we just come up slightly short and fail at Tynecastle, then we would have the chance to win the league at Ibrox. So, there is always that. On a completely unrelated note, I'm delighted to unveil the new channel name and logo for that match at Tynecastle. 74 Hearts. I'm joking, of course. I hope we win it at Tynecastle. Like, I genuinely do, because it'd be amazing to go to Ibrox already as champions. But it's kind of funny they've stuck it in that second match day. I thought they'd maybe want to wait a wee bit longer. Ange did give his thoughts to Celtic TV on the fixtures this afternoon. This is what he had to say. It's always a bit of a challenge, I guess, for those doing it. I would have liked to have had at least one home game in those first two, just because it means that, again, our supporters won't see us for 3 weeks. It would have been nice, but ultimately it is what it is. Now, as I say, we are very much looking at this from a Celtic point of view. We're a Celtic fans channel. But it is fair to say there's, if you talk more widely about Scottish football, there's been a fair bit of chat about the picks made by Sky Sports and the matches they've chosen maybe not being the most important matches. Now, Sky are showing 5 games from the final 30 that have been announced today. That's top 6 and bottom 6. 3 of them are our matches, as you can see there in the middle. They're also showing Hibernian versus Rangers and Rangers versus Hearts. And given that the title race is obviously over as a contest, those are kind of strange picks. So no Aberdeen versus Hibs, no Hearts versus Aberdeen, no Hearts versus Hibs, no Kilmarnock Ross County in the relegation battle, which I think is not a great look for the league when we have all these really big battles going on, basically for everything in the entire league apart from who's going to win the thing. And I just think there could have been a better mix. I did a bit of counting earlier, and Sky are going to show 42 Premiership matches this season. Now, that's still 6 short of the 48, which is kind of the headline number that they all put out when new deals come out. Now, of those 42, 20 have included Celtic. 16 of them have been away from home, as far as we're concerned. 4 have been at Celtic Park. That's Rangers twice and Aberdeen twice. 19 of the games featured Rangers, and 7 had neither ourselves or our rivals in them. In terms of our games, I think last season all 5 of our post-split matches were televised. I'm pretty sure that's right. Yeah, because Hearts, I think we had Hearts at home, Rangers at home, and Motherwell on the final day. They were all shown in telly, and Ross County away was, and Dundee United when we won the league was. So last season all 5, this season just 3. It just seems like Sky have got their stuff a wee bit off, and they should be showing more games, just more games. I know they've got this rule about how many times they can go to grounds. I think it's 4 per season, and I know that's going up to 5, I think, from the season after next. But yeah, it's just not a great look, not a great TV deal we have. But yeah, I may go back into the whole Sky stuff at some stage in the near future. But yeah, that's what we're looking at going forward. And we've got a chance to win the league at Tynecastle. We've got a final derby of the season at Ibrox, and we're going to have a big trophy day at home to Aberdeen as well, and hopefully a Scottish Cup final on top of that as well. On the subject of the Scottish Cup today, we have found out that the Celtic end has now sold out for Sunday's game against Rangers. It only took 3 ballots, but we have finally got their tickets like gold dust, and with good reason. It's going to be a massive, massive game for us. And I just want to finish by talking a wee bit about an interesting and not wholly positive report that we got last night from Footy Headlines on kit prices next season. Now, this affects Celtic. Now, Footy Headlines, if you don't know, are the kit specialists, basically. They're a website. They're the ones who you will see coming out with the leaked kit designs like months ahead of schedule. They'll probably have our next season kits on there in the next couple of weeks. I don't know who their sources are, but they seem to be very reliable and the kind of go-to website. And as I say, last night they put up an article saying that Adidas kit prices would be increasing next season. It is worth saying that Adidas aren't alone. The article talks about Nike and Puma as well. But in terms of, again, from a Celtic point of view, obviously Adidas who's very relevant to us, given that our shirts are currently made by them. The Footy Headlines article says that a £70 replica shirt from this season will cost £80 next season, which seems like a pretty drastic increase as far as I'm concerned. And given that we have, 4 kits out this season from Adidas on top of all of the training gear that Stevie has purchased, and prices are going up on that stuff, and let's face it, if a 4th kit is popular this season, which you only have to go to Celtic Park on a match day now to see everybody, not everybody, but the vast majority. No, not the vast majority either. A significant proportion wearing the kind of one that was released in St Patrick's, the kind of dark green one. to see that, you know, if that's been popular next season, you better believe that Celtic are going to go down a fourth kit route as well, and it's the way things are going. And I just don't want us to kind of ruin this relationship that, you know, the fans have with the club and Adidas at the moment, because it is still very positive. I think, you know, I was waiting for Celtic to pair up with Adidas my whole life, effectively, and when it happened, it really hasn't been a disappointment. Yeah, the first season didn't go well on the pitch, but the kits have been brilliant. Some of my favourite Celtic kits that I think in years to come will be, you know, looked back on really fondly. But I just hope that the club aren't going to rinse the Celtic support, because it won't end well. Things will turn very quickly, and there's maybe already wee, you know, signs of that, and especially if, you know, kits are going to be going up £10 next season. And when you add it on to all the other stuff, the season tickets, the cup games, Champions League games next year, the multiple TV contracts that you need now to be able to watch Celtic and all the various competitions, and that's only getting worse, by the way, then it all just adds into this feeling that it's not cheap at all to be a Celtic fan. And we really do put money into the club and put money into other places just to support the club. So I think we deserve all the credit we get and all the success that we get. Right, to finish off today's video, just a couple of shout-outs. I feel like the shout-outs are going up. I've got no real evidence to support that, but I just seem to be bumping into loads of people, and they're asking for shout-outs, so I might start having to charge like 20 quid a go. Then I can maybe start buying Celtic merch again. Anyway, first of all, Sophia, who is 10. I met your mum earlier, and she said that you're a big fan of the channel. So thank you very much for all your support. Thanks for watching, and keep watching. Hopefully you knew that the shout out was coming and I've not made you leap out of your skin. Apologies if I did. And Chris Watson from West College, Scotland, who I will almost certainly have made leap out of his skin, because I don't think he knew that shout out was coming. So yeah, excellent stuff. Hopefully you've calmed down by Friday, Chris. That's when I'll be back. 67hailhail.com between now and then.